What's going on? You already know who it is and what it is. Back at you, seeing what's going on in the world. Want to chop it up with my people tonight, seeing what it's look like. We got Johnny in the building.
Hi, Johnny Tsunami, Machine Gun Johnny on Instagram, just as it sounds. Machine Gun Johnny Jauni on Instagram. Check out This Your Stop on Instagram, This Your Stop on Facebook, and This Your Stop on Twitter. Please and thanks.
What's going on tonight, man? I wanted to kick it about a couple things. One of the things being friendship, shit we go through with friends and how friends move, and if that word friendship still mean what it used to mean. I feel like friendship is dragged around and thrown around in so many different ways. And I think that's something that we got to start being on. You know what I'm saying? And having each other's back, standing by when you say somebody is your friend. You know what I'm saying? A friend is somebody you deal with that love you for you. Usually a friend is not somebody that fuck with you for a gain. You know what I'm saying? A friend is usually somebody that is their support team. You know what I'm saying? That's what friends do for each other, I think. But I also think it's a point of you and somebody going at it, but not letting that shit go too far. Y'all know when, okay, this shit done went to the hills, or just knowing when it's like, yo, let's just not speak. Me personally, in certain shit I've been through, I done overreacted or acted out of character with maybe someone that I call a friend. You know what I'm saying? And I think that as black men mainly, we need to get into more of treating each other good and kicking it with each other. You know what I'm saying? I feel it's so much shit that we overlook with each other. You know what I'm saying? And not reversing roles, not thinking if a person spoke to me this way or came at me this way. You know, we move from the shooter's angle. You know what I'm saying? And not the person that received the shots. You know what I'm saying? So I think in some way we need to start to build that again. Just build friendships. You know what I'm saying? With even the women we love. You know what I'm saying? I think that is something that also need to be built and brought back to the right form. Because I think a lot of relationships is fucked up because there's no friendships in them. You know what I'm saying? They're just relationships, or they're bargain ships, or they're type of situationships, tangible ships, pussy ships, dick ships, head ships, ass ships. It's a bunch of ships, man.
Bunch of shit.
You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that shit don't be is a friendship. And I think that's where we can get better with each other. I feel, for myself, some of the ways we go about things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been looking at shit, people, not even people, us as black men, we don't know how to speak to each other. I think that's very hard for us to do, is kick it with each other face to face, or sometime on the phone, just having a phone conversation. And sometimes that's what's warrant. You know what I'm saying? It's like some shit can be dealt with a conversation. Sometimes you and someone don't have to see the same exact ways for y'all to remain friends. You know what I'm saying? Because two friends is not two people that see things the same way. I think people have this new thing where they really think if you're my friend, then you agree with everything I do. Or you fuck with everything I do. You know what I'm saying? A friend is a motherfucker that's going to let you know you're wrong when you're wrong. They're not going to be the one in the circle that's going to agree with you or Yo, that was cool. And I think we need to understand that more too, and understand that friends are different. Not all friends are the same. You know what I'm saying? Because you have two people you deal with, those are not two people that are exactly alike. Sometimes there's differences. You know what I'm saying? Especially amongst men, because I feel with men it's a lot of ego involved with this shit. On top of us being friends, it's ego, it's sport.
Pride.
I'm just gonna say that. It's sport. Men know what I mean.
Does that go along with being prideful?
It do. Because it's sport. You know what I'm saying? But we have to know how to also have sportsmanship. You know what I'm saying? I feel there's no sportsmanship in the sport. See, we all know that we're playing against each other. We all know that in everything in life. But it has to be more sportsmanship in the black community. It got to be more, you did a good thing, or that was cool. Or, you know, I'm just going to support this person because they're from my community. Or I'm going to support this person because I just like their movement. You know what I'm saying? Not every movement you have to be a part of to support. You know what I'm saying? And I feel we look for the who's doing it, whose is it. You know what I'm saying? More than just, okay, I like the movement. What is it about? You know what I'm saying? I can fuck with that. Bang, I'll go and support it. And sometimes to support some shit is not even to agree with it. It's support. This person come from my community. Maybe I know they parents, or maybe I know they brother. So I'm going to support it. You know, I heard a lot of people, older people say, you know, they didn't agree with everything Malcolm said. But they said the shit that I did fuck with him on was the shit that I walked with him on. And the same thing with Martin Luther King. It's like nobody was like, they totally agree with these men, but they seen what the fight was for. And sometimes seeing the fight was bigger than just their self or this person. We make fights individually about the person that is leading the fight. You know what I'm saying? When we have to get over that. And I feel that's the same thing we get into when with information. You know what I'm saying? With information, it's like, where did it come from? Who said it? And if it's a black person that said it, we judge his character more than we judge the word. We judge who they are, but not what they said. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem. It's a problem when we don't take what comes from us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't take what comes from us. We don't support what comes from us. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that done travel outside of Boston, through Boston, we have a big black community, but we don't have a black part, if that makes sense.
Yes. We have a large black community. It's just so heavily concentrated in just one area in general. So it makes us a little different from other cities with black communities because they're so spread out.
Nah, but even with that, as far as like, damn near everywhere I done been, certain places in the A, but it's spread out in some cities. I'm gonna say that because I can't say every city, but in some cities it's spread out. It's not all in one. And what I mean is like a little Italy, you know, Dominican part. Like, these parts are staples that are their area. They own them stores, they own them shops, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel we're the only ones that in our community, we don't go to the store and see our people. You know what I'm saying? We don't go to the bank, see our people. None of these things. And, you know, during this COVID shit, it had me thinking, like, if you can't depend on your neighbors or your peoples, then you're really fucked up. Because it takes, in that COVID shit, it showed me to get to know my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Like, know who's around you, far as it in just y'all looking out for each other. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I got tissue. You got sugar?
That has came up. I'm not even gonna lie. When I lived on my own for a long time, and I was definitely one of the ones that only maybe knew one or two of my neighbors. But I moved back into my community not too long ago, and the things I've seen, it's unfortunate that the COVID, brought this upon us, but I've noticed that people helping each other up the stairs, people sharing things, getting boxes of food. Like, I don't need this. You want this? Like, the community aspect has definitely upticked.
Nah, and I can't say a lot of people, but shout out to the people I've been seeing on the book. If somebody need food, link me. When food stamps was heavy and motherfuckers was getting over, I did see those couple people. But see, the one thing I know when I seen it, I said, damn, you know how many people would need that shit and won't say nothing? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just on the strength of who got it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, how I'm going to tell them I need $100, but really need $100 for real, though. The motherfucker that asked for it is probably the motherfucker that don't need it. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I mean. Like, we have a thing of fucking with each other. You know what I'm saying? When something comes from one of us, we look at it funny. What do this come with?
What does it come with? And when are you going to throw it in my face? Not if, but when are you going to tell and try to shame me? Not tell, but when are you going to try to shame me in the future? Like, yeah, she look cute now, but I remember I sold her some food stamps 2 months ago.
But the one thing I could say, too, about the females that was doing it is definitely females that I don't see on that level, but I know what you're saying. That's how we look at it. Like, and that's something, what I mean in all this shit, like, it's something we have to stop doing. We have to start building bridges with each other. You know what I'm saying? And shit is not about, like, motherfuckers being, no, it is. It's about motherfuckers being in love with each other and not in love with this as a woman or a man, but in love with each other to where we can do those things to help each other. You know what I'm saying? To where we don't feel, damn, shorty helped me out, so now she feel I owe her something, or now she's going to talk shit about me, or we get into an argument in a month and now she's like, motherfucker, I just gave you this to pay your electricity bill. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that is major. That's something that we need to get out of, from doing that shit to each other. If you're a person that do it to people, you need to stop that shit. I think that is a problem.
Major, because speaking back about friends and support and community, I've been thankful enough that if I would say on Facebook, Instagram, inbox me. You don't want to put it out there. That's cool. Inbox me. You could say it's for a friend. I don't give a damn. If you need it, I got it. And I've been helped out the same way.
But people got to be able to take that. And people have to know that people are sincere in that shit. Because not too many people be sincere. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people that say that shit like, yo, you can reach out and, really don't mean that shit. And there's some people that I could think of that, probably would say it to me, but do they mean it? Nah, they don't. It's just some shit to be like, yo, this motherfucker couldn't do A, B, and C. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, with all of us, that's something I need to, like, stop. Like, we need to stop doing that. Like, I was saying that too. Two of my partners got into it. I ain't gonna say no names. They know they are. Shout out both of them niggas. But two of them niggas got into it, and it was a funny thing. And the one thing I seen in it was like, if they would have approached it different, it would have went different. You know what I'm saying?
Were these people friends? Can you say that, or associates?
Nah, they was good friends, and they known each other for a long time. But see, when men talk, we also talk with an ego thing. You know what I'm saying?
And defensive.
And somebody's definitely gonna get defensive.
I feel like we come into situations on defense as black people. I can speak in generals because I'm not a man, but we already feeling defensive. Work, school, finances, all kind of stuff. We're on defense. So if we get into it with someone that we consider a friend or a good associate, I feel like we're coming into it already on defensive linemen.
We have, but we got to start understanding that, if it's a woman and a woman, this is a woman I'm going to. As a man, you got to know this is another man I'm speaking to. You know what I'm saying? Especially if a motherfucker's your friend, then you think to the least of it, he's real, how you're real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how would I want a person to speak to me, coming at me, and even if they felt I did something wrong, how should they bring it to me? And I feel that's the way I should move with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit that I don't want done, I shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? And it made me understand that you have to approach people in different manners. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't look at shit from just your side. Yo, wait till I see this person. It's something that we got to start doing better than that. Because I feel that's like with a lot of shit in the streets, like, it can be moved with different if it was understanding it. I feel like it'd be so much shit to where it's no understanding. Understanding be the missing link to all this shit. So shit be a misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? And that's why most shit, not saying all shit, but most shit can be talked about. That shit can be fixed. Oh, word, that happened, boom, boom. Oh, nah, niggas didn't know, when that's that. You know what I'm saying? And not to say I'm telling street niggas how they should conduct themselves, because that's not what I'm trying to do, but I'm throwing up something we all should just think about. You know what I'm saying? So,
another point of view.
With that, it's just for the people that understand and grab it. The motherfuckers that don't, keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But the people that understand what I'm talking about and feel that shit within themselves and other people they're around, because I was just saying that too. If we move like that with each other, then when we're all out, how do we move as a group? You know what I'm saying? So if we damn near about to do that with each other, we damn near for sure going to do some shit that's going to put us in some dumb shit out. You know what I'm saying? With some people we don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to say about fixing some of the egos, fixing some of the stress. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you can, I don't know how this sounds coming from me as a woman, but meeting someone else where they are, if that makes sense. You don't have to stoop to someone's level, but you can meet someone where they're at and possibly work out a misunderstanding. That doesn't mean that you're dumbing yourself down or whatever the case is when you want to be defensive, but you can meet someone where they're at and think about their point of view and still keep your point of view and possibly avoid a whole nother situation or violence in any capacity, not just physical violence, but I don't like this person because we disagreed. You can meet someone where they're at, I think.
And another thing, young men, just because a misunderstanding was brought to it don't mean you took it short. To squash some shit don't mean you took it short. It don't mean you went out. It don't mean you a bitch. It mean you're man enough to fix some shit that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to tell people that, like, shit like that make you bigger than smaller. You know what I'm saying? People think, I ain't taking no short, and that shit ain't about that. Sometimes that shit be a life or death situation, and not even just your life. It could be about you taking a life. You know what I'm saying? So don't never think to squash some shit, handle shit like men is ever, I'm taking it short. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's an ass whooping, whatever, it's like all that shit's a learning process to life. You know what I'm saying? And I know most people rather whoop ass or get their ass whooped than to get left. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting left ain't no coming back from that shit. An ass whooping, you can wake up in the morning, take a shower, man, new motherfucking day. get some pussy, go live your life. You know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker's out of here, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So you have to start thinking smarter than dumber. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, with all of us, especially us coming from the community that I come from, motherfuckers should know when you out of here, life go on. It's the reality of it.
They check on your moms for like a week and then that's that.
Motherfuckers gonna miss you. You might have two niggas that keep it 100 forever, but shit, you gotta think they gonna check out at some time. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers gotta know you have to live and try to live your life with a purpose. Because it's like when the shit's over, it's over. Shit ain't no video game. It ain't try again. Let me give you 5 more lives for you to fuck up. No. One life, this shit ball game. It's over with. So motherfuckers need to think about that. Even when you thinking about checking a motherfucker out of there, you need to think this motherfucker is gone for real, for real. Like it ain't no tomorrow, let's start over and nah, shit over with. You know what I'm saying? And all his loved ones is fucked up. His kids is fucked up. Like, niggas have to know when we damage each other, that shit's bigger than ourselves. Niggas got mothers. Niggas got wives. Niggas got girls. Niggas got kids. Niggas got brothers. All these things is in a pot that you kill when you kill this one person. You know what I'm saying? Because we live on, this person's in the streets, so, okay, he got to feel it, which is real because, you know, people sign in, and when you sign in, you know what you signed up for. But on the flip hand, we have to think more of like, we're killing families out here. You know what I'm saying? We killing generations. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it be 2 or 3 brothers get killed. Like, you damn near just stopped a whole family. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think it be when motherfuckers get killed. Like, some motherfuckers get killed without ever having kids. That's a generation line wiped out. You know what I'm saying? Like, or 3 brothers get killed and then 2 of them had kids. That's a fucked up lifeline coming in. Because then there's no men at the top.
No father, no uncle.
There's no nothing right there. And that's what is your foundation, your parents. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's foundation is their parents, regardless if it's mother and father was there, they wasn't there. That's your foundation. That's where you're gonna get a lot of your first lessons from, come from in your home.
Good or bad.
So I think that's something that we just need to, you know, sit back, marinate on. You know what I'm saying? Because seeing shit is knowing like, yo, shit could go left, but it's like, for what? Is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it worth whatever? You know, and we never look at it like, you know, I see so many times a motherfuckers with guns on like YouTube, Facebook, Snap, whatever it is, and niggas die with guns every day. Like, guns don't stop the action. Guns can't save your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers just think because I have a gun, I'm unstoppable, I'm untouchable. You know what I'm saying? That's not what up. Like, motherfuckers get killed with guns in their hands, guns on their hip, guns in their coat. Like, a motherfucker thought he was going to pull it, didn't pull it. Like, this shit happened. You know what I'm saying? So, that's some shit I feel now. Like, it's so much shit promoted towards the good of shit and not necessarily the bad shit that comes with this shit.
For sure. Side note, if you're going to be messing with hardware, be safe as possible about it. And I'm not trying to be preachy, but learn about your weapon. If you can't get an L, I know people that don't, fine, but learn about your I don't even want to call it a weapon. Learn about your firearms if you're going to be, you know, using them or having them around.
That's another thing, too. Motherfuckers got to start getting they firearm license. Like, start thinking about a legit way to do things. Like, that's something that we need to start doing too. Black men, even myself. I was just saying that shit. Like, so much of us do it upside down. Even myself, the shit that I'm doing now, I should have been doing at 24 to 30. Right now, I should be on cruise control, really living. Shouldn't be too much of trying to make some shit happen or whatever have you. So, definitely start thinking legitimately instead of quickly. You know what I'm saying? We think the quickly way, but the shit shut you down. And quick joint, story time. Fucking my whole time running from a juvenile, being in DYS, everything, and growing up, all them cases I was catching, they kept revoking my license and giving me a $500 fine. And at 15, I ain't even give a fuck. I don't even think we was getting licensed the way they giving out license now to underage drivers. Like, you know, motherfuckers under 18.
Yeah, it's different now.
So it's totally different. So back then, 15, 16, niggas didn't give a fuck about no license. That shit wasn't even in your thought. And at that time, niggas' parents didn't have bread for that shit anyway. So it was a bunch of shit why not to think about it. You know what I'm saying? But in the process, me getting older and me catching other cases and stupid shit adding up and going through life, then I came home, couldn't get my L, some shit, had my shit bagged up, whatever have you. But I drove without a license for like fucking 7 years. And I didn't care at the time because I was young and moving wild. But when I got older, this shit was all hard as shit to get now that I wanted to get it right. And I be wanting people to know that shit. The shit you fuck up when you young, when you in a situation to get shit right, it's not 2 times harder. It's like 5 times harder. Because you're way behind. You know what I'm saying? You're so far behind on getting shit right, on shit you should have been had right. So to the young dudes, you know what I'm saying? Right now it's a little bit more because I see more young dudes with bank accounts working. You know, everything now is direct deposit. Like, so all this shit we didn't have.
Chime.
You know what I'm saying? So
Simmons.
I want motherfuckers to really think about that and, you know, try to save money. Try to, you know, invest in yourself. Invest in shit. Do the shit you think a motherfucker at 35 would be doing. You should be doing now. Because that's going to put you light years ahead. And then when you're 33 to 40, you just cruise control. You chill, you got bread, you got your own crib, you're situated. If you want to have a kid, you can have a kid. If you want to just be a bachelor, you could be a bachelor, but you're situated to live the way you want to live. Than to be fucked up and in circumstances that you don't want to be. Because that's how a lot of men end up. They won't admit it, they won't say it, but a lot of men are in circumstances at 33 to fucking 45 that they don't want to be in. That they wish they went another way. So to the people that have the time and the, you know, the energy, man, because one thing about it, your youth, you have to respect that because you can never get that shit back.
It's easier said than done, but
that running and busting nuts 5 times a day, that shit is not going to be popping after you hit 35.
It's easier said than done because some of us don't even think that we're going to reach 30. Never mind 33, 35, and 45. But you got someone here that's telling you that's not too old, you know, on the cusp of 40, that's telling you that, yes, it sounds crazy, but start setting something up. You don't want to be, you know, out here stinking, but set something up for yourself. Even if for some reason you don't make it, God forbid, job, you know, but set something up for somebody that's coming after you. Even if you don't think you're going to make it. Believe you're going to make it, but you got to start somewhere.
And don't believe in that bullshit, the good die young. There's nothing right about that shit. Bunch of stupid ass cliches that just sound good. So don't live your life by stupid shit like that. Yo, live fast, die young. No, don't live fast, die young. You know what I'm saying?
Get your rest.
Nah, believe that. Sleep when you die.
Hold on.
Because you don't need that shit. That's something you really don't need.
You need rest to be it's very situational. I think that we all need rest to think properly and behave properly. Sleep deprivation is a real thing. Not eating properly, not drinking enough water. Yeah, you could party all you want, but you got to complement it with something. And sleep is one of those things. So sleep when you die, yeah, hustle, run around, get your money, but get some rest.
If I could say anything, it would be water. Just make sure you stay on water. Drink a lot of water. Even if you don't get no sleep, just drink water, though. Make sure in some way you are treating your body good.
If you're going to be outside, you know.
Because that shit is detrimental. But in the process, we want to get into different kind of friends. So what is some of the different kind of friends you have?
I think that in different areas and eras in your life, you might have different type of friends. I think men and women go through this. You can have your turn-up friend. Your turn-up friend will never leave you. You know, they look out for you. They love you. But I might not talk to my turn-up friend about the shit I'm going through with admissions at the school I'm trying to get into. Not that my turn-up friend is dumb, but you just got to have different, you don't have to, but people have different friends for different things. I got friends that if I got into some physical, altercation for whatever reason, I know who to call and who not to call. I know friends that...
you got a friend line?
A what?
A friend line?
Who doesn't have friend lines, though? That's what I'm saying. That you have to recognize, and I know some people hate when I say it, but
all
you gotta...
your friends look like dancers. None of them look like fighters. They all look like
and that's
dancers.
What I like. And that's what I like, and that's fine with me.
They all look like they just cool as shit. They ain't looking
for
no drum.
We are, and I don't look for drum. Neither do my friends. That's not how I move in my life.
That's why when you said you just got friends for altercation, I was trying to think who.
Well,
who the fuck?
That's what we call a ghetto emergency or 911. Like
everybody gotta go change to come fight. All your friends gotta go change.
Whatever the case may be, sir.
Can't nobody just come to you. I'm outside right now. Nah, niggas, I gotta run in the crib, take this off.
You don't know. Anyway, because I'm speaking about women's things. What I'm saying is, as a woman, we have different friends sometimes, and that is okay. And yes, I don't be moving around the city beating up people and getting into fights. That's not how I live my life. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. But best believe that I'm just well versed enough to know that I can have those different things. And I think men do that too, but maybe in a different way, of course, because I'm not a man. And it's not always good or bad. It's not always you have to have the devil friends on your left shoulder and the angel friends on your right shoulder. You just have different friends for different things. I have two best friends that are not my family. And the common denominator is me. They love me. They would never hang out without me. I don't have a problem if they did, but that's just two different areas of my life. But when we all get together, it's all love. It's not BFFs. She's my friend. She's my friend. There's no beef. It's just that I have different types of friends.
So how do they handle it when they in like a Discord or something?
Fortunately, I haven't had to deal with a discord or a disagreement or any type of issue where I had to play the peacemaker. Because like I said, I don't keep them apart. They don't keep themselves apart. There's just everyone has different walks of life. So maybe you can speak more on that, but I haven't had to, fortunately deal with anything like that. I've had disagreements within my friends with me and them, but not with my two outside friends.
And another thing I wanted to say was, I was online this week, fucking around. Shout out to all the niggas that came with new music this week from Boston, all over New England, but definitely Boston, you know what I'm saying? I be seeing y'all niggas, the city's fucking crazy. I wish motherfuckers could promote it more.
Let me tell you.
And be able to get, dudes in good situations. Man, that's something I want to say too, man. Shout out to everybody doing that music shit. I'm not gonna say all y'all are good, but all y'all ain't bad. right? Fucking, but a
That's
lot
where the
of
support
y'all,
comes in. Remember you said support?
a lot of y'all really have shit that y'all are doing that can change your life, your friend's life, your family life. Like, you know, motherfuckers should try to really do something with it. Shout out to the nigga Why Jizzle for jumping on. What was that? Corey Ray was Benzino's
I forget
daughter.
her name. No disrespect. Yeah, Benzino's daughter.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. Shout out for that boy, man, being quick with it, jumping on it. I like that dude's energy. I like how he fires immediately soon as some shit come out and he feel he could be in touch with it, he be in touch with it. So, you know, shout out to that shit. But yeah, man, motherfuckers should find ways to be able to try to pull off some little summer talent shows, you know, Washington Park, bringing shit back, bringing the community out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what could be done. I'm not, you know, saying I'm a nigga that could do it, but I know it's some niggas that collectively could get together and make it a no smoke day. You know what I'm saying? Like, when niggas just come out, motherfuckers have fun, man. Bring your kids out. Everybody, it's just one of those days where the city just let the fuck down, man, and just enjoy themselves. I don't think we had one of those in a minute.
I was just going to say we used to have those about 20-something years ago. That's not too long ago, but it can happen again.
I'm not saying it on no, yo, it should be a peace treaty, but I'm saying it to showcase the talent in Boston and letting Boston being able to really see the talent in the city, because, you know, I know we from a city to where, you know, sections are biased to other sections, and which is commonly because a lot of, you know, shit go on out here, which we ain't gonna speak about, but it has to be some support through the city. Somebody has to be the one that's pushed through the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody have to get behind, the city has to get behind somebody and push them just to get somebody through, because it's like once we get the eye in Boston, shit, we get money. But right now we have nothing looking at us, nothing going, and it's a lot of fucking talent up here. It's a lot of young boys that I just really watch, man, and like, yo, I be in amaze, like, yo, that should be going crazy.
Hashtag Boston has vibes.
No bullshit, like, that shit be going crazy. Like, the way that Chicago shit, that shit go crazy, that shit go crazy up here. I done been other places rocking that shit. Niggas fuck with that shit heavy. And that's how I know it's like, in some way, we have to find a way to start pushing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Pushing each other. Putting other niggas on flyers with niggas. Niggas getting together and doing remixes. Niggas getting together and doing songs. You know what I'm saying? Just other niggas in the hood. I don't give a fuck if niggas gotta send the track to a nigga. Right now, it ain't no more where, yo, we gotta be in the studio together. It's like, send a track. Nigga, burn that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we have to find a way to start putting it together, because I think we're losing on that side. And I think right now, at this moment, I feel the vibe in the city. The vibe in the fucking city is crazy on the music. And that's why I'm like, if we could get through the summer of niggas pushing like this and really just get into the music, get into the money, I think somebody could do something. Like, I don't know who. I have 5 young guns that I really think can pop. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's up to them, and I think, you know, we gonna see what they do. I definitely think the nigga Bricks is one. Why Jizzle's one. I like the young boy D Rose with the pole. He definitely could do it. He gotta, like, not to ever disrespect the nigga style, but, you know, he got like a young Meek style, which I think is fire. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like, that raw, that real, that street shit. No gimmick, no cuts to it. No, I fuck with that shit. Like, not the every video I'm super fresh. Like, nah, I like that type shit. I like that real hood shit. That's the shit that I like. So I'm only speaking for myself.
Big up Boss Gun. Boss Gun's music doesn't sound like what it is, but I think that speaks.
My nigga Loaded Dice, he's coming. You know what I'm saying? Believe that. He's coming off the bench shooting motherfucking just crazy from the 3-point line right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga's just shooting right now. So, definitely him. And shout out to all the movement. Shout out to the fuck with a rapper. Shout out to Mission niggas, Heat niggas. D-Rose with the pole. Know where Shorty from, but shout out to them niggas.
Chester Zoo. I just want
the nigga D Jones. Shout out to niggas from the Breaks, man. G-Pack. Shout out to all that shit. Like, that little niggas fire. And that's really like my top joints right now that I really see motherfuckers could go. You know what I'm saying? But it's a million more. And if I had to say one coming off the bench, just going fucking crazy on the little nigga Benny. Like, he is going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with his music. His music is straight fire riding. But like I said, Boston have a movement. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely a movement. It's a bunch of niggas that's out here just going ape shit on tracks. But
that goes back to the support that you were talking about.
And that's what niggas need from the city. So it's definitely like, I even like how Y Jizzle and D Rose with the pole, they had a little mixed joint on Facebook, going back and forth at each other like a versus. That shit was dope. And that shit take heart, man. Like, I respect both of them niggas for that shit. That's what I said. Like, when I seen this shit, I was like, yo, it's just dope. It ain't even, when it's shit like that, it's for the city. It ain't even, yo, who the best? Who, this shit for the city. Niggas is supposed to just put on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean about real sportsmanship. Like, motherfuckers gotta look at that shit like, yo, your music becomes bigger than you and your block. I know you think it's like some block music, but it's bigger than that. And then it becomes city music. And when it becomes city music, it's like you're putting on for the city.
Proud.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when y'all are taking them front lines and being like, yo, fuck that, yo, let's link on Saturday night and we gonna do it. That's real shit. That shit that I want to see. I'd rather watch that shit over any of these other verses going on right now, because that's my city shit. You know what I'm saying? And I would try to get as many motherfuckers to log in as possible, you know what I'm saying, off that shit, because I think that's real shit. And I think we need to get to that, try to be seen. Motherfuckers really trying to do something, you know what I'm saying? And if Boston dropped the ball and you really know you've been doing, then it is what it is. You still got to keep going. But motherfuckers got to try to put their shit out there, man, so motherfuckers can hear it. Because we definitely have a lot of talent in this time. And this shit's been like the highest I ever seen. Like, usually it be two niggas you could be like, yeah, they hot. But I mean, nah, like, I ain't gonna stun. I really ain't heard nothing I don't like from nobody.
Boston has vibes. Hashtag. I think that because we're such a proud people and a proud city, Boston, you can't go nowhere. Like, once we are out of town, I've been out of town a couple of times and ran into Boston people that maybe I don't, particularly hang out with. Not that I don't like them, but once we bruck up on each other, usually in New York, when we hang out, or, I'm saying, it's all love and we all look out for each other. So Boston, coming from a proud place like that, I would love to see all this talent get together like we used to do. And if that means a ceasefire. Have you ever heard of Baltimore ceasefire?